Stephen Hawking, the brightest star in the world of science who has inspired millions of people across the world, has died at the age of 76. His family released a statement confirming his death at his home in Cambridge. Hawking's children, Lucy, Robert and Tim, said that they were deeply saddened that their beloved father passed away today. He was a great scientist and an extraordinary man whose work and legacy will live on for many, many years. Let's go across to our National Affairs editor, Srinjoy Chaudhary, joining us with more information. Srinjoy, he indeed was a great scientist and also an extraordinary man. He suffered from a rare motor neuron disease, but that never stopped him.
Yes, absolutely. Steve Hawking was basically a Lucasian professor of mathematics at the University of Cambridge. And apart from Einstein, there has probably been no scientist as well known as Hawking. And he was a theoretical physicist, as we all know. And his book, A Brief History of Time, was probably one of the greatest bestsellers, a book that probably everyone has on his bookshelf. His work as a theoretical physicist is exceptional, and probably the one regret many scientists will have that he will now never get a Nobel Prize, because a Nobel Prize is only awarded to people who are alive. But that will not change anything vis-a-vis Steve Hawking, because he's perhaps the most celebrated. He was the most celebrated physicist alive, the most famous scientist alive, and the world will regret that he has gone.
Well, absolutely. Well, this disease that he had, the motor neuron disease, it only paralyzed him over the decades. And when in fact, he was detected with this rare disease, the doctors at that time gave him a life expectancy of just 2 years. And he decided that he wanted to study. Such was his determination.
Yes, 1 year is what he was given. And it is truly exceptional that he managed to do what he did in all those years.
Yes.
In fact, the one time when
Srinjoy, stay with us. We are now joined by Mr. Pathik Guha. He's a journalist. He, in fact, had a chance to interview Mr. Stephen Hawking. Mr. Guha, your first reaction, because we are talking about not just a great scientist, but an extraordinary man, and his work will be remembered. His legacy will live on for many years.
Yeah, my first reaction was the first thing that came to my mind was he was the celebrity in science. He was one celebrity whom we can think of after Albert Einstein. Because, you know, Albert Einstein is considered to be the biggest celebrity in science. But after him, Stephen Hawking was the biggest celebrity in science after Einstein.
He indeed was. Many thanks, Mr. Guha, for speaking to us.